Jay from Team DMA at it again with another video. I felt quite compelled to make a quick video regarding error cards because I know there's a lot of people who are starting to sell or starting to collect ever since 2020, the pandemic. I've been collecting since 2002, but I know there's a lot of people starting their collection, and there's people who unknowingly, they didn't mean to, but now they have a big collection. And some people are stacking up a lot of product, and it doesn't necessarily mean just Yu-Gi-Oh. It can be anything that exists, like shoes or baseball cards. But in this particular channel, obviously, I try to do nothing, only Yu-Gi-Oh content, and a lot of people make severe mistakes that they shouldn't be making. Now, to be honest with you, it is your own responsibility unless you have good friends like the Team DMA, because there's a lot of channels like you follow, famous YouTubers, even they themselves, they are also ignorant to a lot of things. They can't help you because they don't know. So a lot of people, you can follow someone because you like somebody, but I've always told people it's more valuable that you follow where it's helpful to you, not necessarily what you like, because it can be foolish, man. It can be foolish, and this isn't an attack on anyone or any channel. It's just the reality. You're going to suffer for lack of knowledge. Even there's a famous proverb that says, "Yeah, the fools are destroyed for the lack of knowledge." So you also suffer because of it greatly in a lot of aspects of your life, or overall in general, or in this specific case, like Yu-Gi-Oh. Being ignorant can cost you thousands of dollars, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And one of those things is recognizing the rarity of cards, the fakes. And if you start a collection, you should have done some study on that. If you're in Team DMA, you want me to post some videos specific that I know that are good so that you can see them, like counterfeit and stuff like that, I can post them on Team DMA, or I can even post them here on my channel. I've done it before, but I get attacked a lot by the community because the community gets angry with me because they want me to shut up, because they want to rob your money because they don't care about you. But when I expose some of these channels or online shops for their fraudulent cards, they leave nasty comments and then they flag. It's happened a lot in my channel. I had a lot of videos where I helped out the community, and YouTube took it because the people that were fraud, they flagged my videos. They said I stole content, but I didn't steal nothing. All I did was frame the person who was robbing, and they got angry and they flagged my video. So I could have disputed with YouTube, but I didn't really want to go through the hassle, so I just let it go. But basically, you have to be careful with bootleg cards, fake cards, knockoffs. You have to be careful with the cards that are expensive, knowing your rarities. There's a lot of rarities. There's platinum, there's gold, there's secret, there's rare, there's common, there's super, there's ultra. You have Starlight, Quarter Century, and you got Ghost, and there's a few more. There's Mosaic, I think Mosaic, and then you also have the what is it called? There's a vending. It's the vending hollow, the vending machine hollow. It doesn't come to my mind right now. And you have like six to ten other styles, and I think I named like 8 or 9. So there's overall somewhere around 20 or something like that. And there's some rarities that people are not even aware of. And basically, you have to know the difference. People knowing also the difference between first edition and unlimited. So I have to cover a lot in a short amount of time. So if I go too fast, stop the video, rewind it. But basically, unlimited means it can be reproduced again and again and again. That's why the values are so low. And that would explain the 25th anniversary. They make the cards again and again. Every 10 years, they remake them. But the first edition, they are not reprinted. It's only a one-time deal, and it does not exist. It's a If the card's a one of a kind, like let's say they printed a card 2,000 cards or 3,000 for one card, like a Dark Mission First Edition, that's all there is in circulation. There is no more. After they're done, it's over. There's no more. The unlimited gets reprinted again and again. For the general part, some of these cards every 5 to 10 years, they make a reprint of it again. The same exact card, just different series. And that's why it drives the value of the cards low. And the other thing is error cards, like hollow error, hollow bleed error. You have crimped cards that come like from the factory when they seal them in the package. They get damaged and crimped with the machine. They get a crimp damage. You also have like hollow defects. You have print defects. You have sometimes card and color defects. You have damage defect. There's just so much involved with the defects. A lot of errors. There's error in the printing all over the card. Even the stars are a misprint. Like instead of having a card that's supposed to have 6, ends up having 8, or it's missing. It's missing. The printing is missing the stars. And I bring this up because you could your collection could be worth $10,000 or more, even though it's not a lot of money. It is if you're a small time collector, but you don't know. You don't know because you have a lot of error cards. So those error cards could be very valuable, and some of the cards that you have are expensive. So I would suggest sort out the first edition cards away from the unlimited, because the unlimited, there's a lot of prints of it. They're not that expensive. You could always get them for cheaper. And the first edition, there's no more print. It was just that set. When it ended, it ended. There will be no more. Unless Konami changed that rule, that's how it's always been. That's how it is. So, talking about those rarities, there's a lot of series that come a lot of rare inside of the set. There's a lot of sets that when you pull them out, there's like errors, like they're very common. And still, those go for $100 to $300 per card. I've gotten given for free errors, and there's just so much going on. Also, like I posted on my channel 2 years ago, I think. I could be wrong. 2 years ago or a year ago, I went to Yarcell and I found a Blue Eyes White Dragon SDK, I believe. The SDK started Kaiba. The original from 2002, first edition in gem mint condition with a box and everything. And it was sold for cheap. It was, yeah, I bet you a homeless man has more money in his pockets. I mean, they have a lot of money anyways, but I sold this thing for a lot of money. And it all has to do with people do not know what their cards are worth. They don't know what they have. So if you have any questions or concerns, let me know on the channel. Let me know on the Discord. Don't sell your cards until someone verifies what you have. And be careful, because some people might verify them and they might steal the cards from you. Or they might say, oh, I'll buy this one from you. And then that's going to be dangerous too, because they might be trying to rob you. So I would say you can try me, so I can help you grade some of the cards or tell you more or less the value. A lot of people think that the TCG and this and that actually is control of the market, but in reality it's not, because what really matters is that the cards are gem mint perfect with the good centering, and that they can get a PSA 10. So I'll show you an example. You can get free cards from me, also from just about anyone that has Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They can give you either the Common Dark Magician or like the $1 Dark Magician cards. I gave a lot of places for free. And those cards, once you grade them under a PSA 10, the cards jump up to $50 to $100 per pop. So if you had 80 and you graded them all, doing it on the calculator, that's a lot of money already. So it's not necessarily TCG or eBay or this or that, because everyone wants to show off. They all suck. It's all just depending on how good the condition of the cards are. And you have to acknowledge that sometimes when the cards come out of a fresh pack, out of a box, they already have some damage on them. So the errors drive the price up, and all you have to do is just hold on to your cards, verify you are allowed to go. You know, there's nothing that's illegal. that you can go and verify prices, even if you have to sit down, even if you have to do it on the weekend. Put all your monsters in a pile, put sleeves on them, for goodness sake, protect them. Put the spells in a pile and the traps and like that, everything organized. And then go one by one prices of cards, especially the old school cards. And some of the new cards, you might be sitting on a lot of rare cards. So me specifically, I have cards that are called Holy Grails. People wish they had them. They never even held them. I have cards that are like really, really hard to find. English edition LOBs. You guys seen it on my channel. The Blue Eyes that everyone wants, the Dark Magician, the DDS versions, you name it. I've had it. I might have it, and if I don't have it, it's because I sold it. So basically, some of those cards are sold to me for very, very cheap because people don't know what they have. So starter decks intact, like I seen Prism Heart. You can start by collecting empty boxes for starter decks because you have a lot of Dark Magician. You have the SDY. You might want to look into completing a starter deck. They sell really good during Christmas. I sell mine, the Dark Magician, for about 140. The Blue Eyes White Dragon sells for 230. And before people attack me, that money's in the bank already. So it's not negotiable. It's something that happens already. Those are the prices. That's what they sell for. They don't sell for less. If you sell for less, that's your problem. That's what I sell them for. And they sell. So what you could do is you can get them individual, or you can get them in a lot. Like get all the commons for like 15-20 bucks, and then just get the supers, and then you already have the rare. Then you put it together as a 50 card deck. You can sleeve it and then find the box, fit it in, and sell it. And you're gonna make a lot of profit. Especially you, Prism, that you've been getting cards for free. You can complete some of those sets really easily. I know people sometimes ask me for them, but I run out because I sell all this stuff. But if you go onto some of my shops, you can see some of my products. Sometimes I have those items. If you don't want me to sell them, let me know and I can take them down. And we can work a price. But basically, first edition boxes, first edition starter decks, those are expensive. They're like 2, 3, even 5,000. And people say, that's overrated. What does it matter? People pay you the money anyways. It's not about what you feel, what you think. It's just about the money going in your bank. It's the same thing like going to work. What does it matter what they say? You're making your money. So that's pretty much it for it. Just a quick recap. Be careful with your cards. Don't be foolish. Have knowledge. Know what your cards are worth. If you have any questions or concerns, ask me. The cards might be more valuable than you think. And yeah, like I said, don't hesitate. I'm not a bully like people tell you. I try to help out the community as much as I can. And a lot of channels don't know what they have. They don't know what they have. Sometimes when I talk to people, I scold them about some of the cards. And I don't know everything, but I know some. And they're like, wow. Excuse me. Yeah, like afterwards they're like, oh wow, I got rid of the card and it was that expensive, or this or that. And the other thing before I end the video, the market price for Yu-Gi-Oh right now, a lot of people are scared because the new boxes, the new sets, the prices have plummeted. They average somewhere around $80 to $100 per box or more, sometimes $150, $200 as time passes by. But in reality, some of those boxes, some of those packs, sometimes they gain value. And then sometimes another thing to notice is they're scared because the cards plummet. So the sets. So for the last, what is it, like 8-9 months, the box sets that are usually $80 to $100 or more, they've been jumping down all the way. It doesn't matter if you believe me, this is a fact. They're around $30. Some of them carry 36 cards instead of 24, and they're still $30. And that's a video that I was going to do the other day. I didn't get a chance to. I will make it so I can show it to you guys. But I'm going to show you how some of the cards plummeted. The packs, the sets. So the whole entire box is being sold, instead of $80, they're being sold for $30 to $50. That's super cheap. Getting some of these reprints at $50 flat is a steal, because in a year or two from now they're going to be $100 to $150 per box, and as it moves on they're going to be jumping into the 1,000 mark. I mean, even if it makes 6,000, you're not going to become a millionaire, but $6,000 is better than not having 6,000. So the video's gone long enough. It's just like I said, by rarity, knowing your cards, knowing what you have, not losing. Separate your cards. If you can grade them, grade them. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole video. It's gone for long enough. Any questions and concerns, let me know. God bless. Take care, and Dark Magic Attack.